What if heroism wasn't a crown of glory, but a chain around your neck, dragging you into the shadows of lies and lost love, much like those ancient tales of gladiators sentenced to fight for sins they barely remember? Feel the damp chill of a hidden alley on your skin. Taste the bitter tang of betrayal like old wine gone sour. Hear the whisper of cloaks brushing stone walls in the dead of night, just as in history's spy stories, where one wrong glance could unravel empires. This is the shadowy grip of Sentence to be a Hero Episode 8, Punishment, Sodrick District Infiltration Investigation Part 1, released on February 27, 2026, diving deeper into the corruption arc where convicted heroes uncover rot in their own kingdom. I watched, breath caught, feeling the pulse of secrets unspoken, reminiscent of classic noir films where the detective's past crashes into the present. You're there in the dim guild hall, heart thumping, asking, will a fake romance crack the truth or shatter the team? This episode doesn't spill all, it lights a fuse, making you itch to watch and chase the explosion yourself. Streaming on Crunchyroll, Episode 8 picks up from the last episode's brutal ambush, where Sao clings to life and suspicions point to hidden enemies in high places. Xylo, convinced the Adventurers Guild pulls deadly strings, teams with Kivia for an undercover sting, posing as a noble lady and her secret lover to snag Guild Master Lydio Soldrick. Dada's past unravels in flashbacks, an orphan who lost his arm to a dragon while uncovering forbidden truths, landing him in hero punishment. Frenzy, Xylo's ex-fiancée, shows up like a ghost from old regrets, stirring jealousy and chaos. The episode builds to a tense standoff, hinting at royal rot without full reveal. Imagine slipping through crowded markets like in those historical heist scenes from movies, senses sharp, every shadow a threat. Think Indiana Jones dodging traps, but darker. This isn't pushing the plot, it's hooking you deep, leaving questions burning. Who's really the villain here? The episode slithers forward like a snake in tall grass, slow but deadly, advancing the conspiracy narrative by shifting from frontline battles to urban intrigue. Key revelations. The guild's ties to assassins run deep, with Lydio as a puppet master. Dada's backstory ties into a pattern where heroes are sentenced for stumbling on secrets, like forbidden experiments or royal scandals. No wild twists, but the cliffhanger, Frenzy's knowing smile amid the standoff, leaves fans buzzing about betrayal. Pacing is deliberate, balancing setup with flashbacks for dramatic heft without overload. Fans on Reddit and X often confuse Tirida's absence. She's sidelined recovering, per light novel hints, asking, where is she? The anime trims her role here to focus on infiltration, but Volume 2 of the light novel, chapters 5 to 8 roughly, expands. She's probing church ties elsewhere, tying into the Uncle Marlon scene where he aids Xylo. From X threads, users theorize Boojum as Spriggon, a novel spoiler where he's a double agent. Episode 7's ambush transitions seamlessly, showing Sao's injury as a catalyst for this spy game. Digging into forums like Game FAQs, the secrets pattern clarifies. All backstories involve exposing corruption, sentencing them to disposable heroism. This episode demystifies the kingdom's facade. What's really going on is a web of power plays, where heroes are tools to silence truths that Xylo's layers peel like an onion. His hidden wound from killing a goddess fuels quiet rage, but undercover, his fake romance with Kivia sparks real vulnerability, a surprising shift from stoic leader to man haunted by Frenzy's return. His choices feel consistent yet transformative. Choosing stealth over force shows growth from brute fighter. Kivia blooms beautifully. Her jealousy over Frenzy reveals a soft heart under knightly armor, motivated by loyalty and budding love, echoing real emotional surprises. Dada's depth hits hard. An orphan's desperate quest for truth cost his arm. His dialogue raw and surprising in its humor amid pain. Tirida's off-screen presence lingers as a wound for the team. All ring true, no forced turns, just human cracks widening. Power corrupts like rust on a blade. Is heroism punishment or ploy? Morality twists in Dada's sacrifice, giving an arm for knowledge, only to be chained as a hero, mirroring history's whistleblowers silenced by systems. Sacrifice versus survival plays in Xylo's undercover risk, asking if hope survives despair when your allies are the real demons. It's the despair of gladiators in ancient arenas, fighting for crowds that cheer their doom, manifesting in choices like Kivia's feigned affection, blurring lines between duty and desire. New lore layers the universe. The Adventurers Guild as a shadow power, tied to royal and church intrigues, complicates the demon war. Heroes aren't saviors but expendables in a bigger game. It enriches without confusing, adding cultural rules like sentencing for secrets, sharp as a dagger, poetic in its bite, no cliches. Xylo's We're Lovers in Name only lands with weight, foreshadowing real feelings that echo after credits. Dada's flashback lines, I gave everything for the truth, resonate like famous last stands in history. You're in the room, feeling the tension thicken like fog, hearing whispers that could doom them all. What hidden words will Frenzy spill next? The script seduces, leaving you hungry for more. Art director Yusuke Watanabe crafts a gritty beauty. Dim blues and shadows cloak the guild in mystery, symbolizing hidden truths. Warm flashbacks contrast with cold reality, fluidity in disguises shifting like quicksand. Stillness in stares builds dread, movement explodes in subtle chases. Beauty here means raw grit. Chief animation director Noda Takashi, character design credit, and visuals team make scars and expressions feel tangible, shaping impact as symbols of broken trust. Director Hiroyuki Takashima uses tight angles to trap characters in frames of suspicion. Wide shots reveal lurking threats. Editing rhythm pulses like a heartbeat in interrogations, mirroring Xylo's inner turmoil and amplifying tension like a thriller film. Composer Takizawa Shunsuke's OST haunts like a ghost. Subtle strings under disguises elevate unease. A crescendo in flashbacks burns into memory. Silence during Frenzy's entrance screams louder, echoing unspoken betrayals. Yohei Azukami as Xylo delivers intensity with a tremor of doubt, his timbre embodying a soul scarred by duty. Shizuka Ishigami as Kivia infuses jealousy with soft intensity, capturing a warrior's vulnerable heart. Shun Hori as Dada brings raw pain to flashbacks, his voice cracking like a breaking chain. This episode gutted me. The sting of Dada's lost arm left scars, while Kivia's shy glances sparked wonder at hidden affections. What pierced deepest? The climax standoff, a collision of past and present destinies, where Frenzy's arrival shatters pretenses. You're undercover with them, heart racing as disguises slip like in spy thrillers from history, tasting the fear of exposure. It echoes universal echoes. What if your punishment was to save a world that broke you? Would you cling to hope or let despair win? The questions linger, pulling you to the screen for answers. Pacing drags in setups, complexity in factions clouds moments, opacity around Tiarita frustrates. But reframe. It's deliberate, like a novel building suspense. Slow burns mirror Real investigation's tedium, turning flaws into thematic depth on corruption's mess. I appreciate the intrigue, but critique the rushed backstories. Still, they fuel emotional payoff. Episode 8 shines in character depth, shadowy intrigue, and haunting questions. Weaknesses like slow spots serve the build-up. It succeeds masterfully, blending grit and heart into a must-watch thriller. So, imagine slipping on that disguise, feeling the weight of lies on your shoulders. What secrets would you uncover if heroism was your chain? Watching isn't optional. It's the key to unlocking your own shadowed truths. What will break first, the guild or you?